Hello, everyone. This is Kim Quady with KimPlaysWithPaper.com. I am a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in Mesa, Arizona, and I love to come live to show you what I've been working on in my craft room. So today's project is something that I've resurrected from last year and the year before, and probably the year before. It's one of those projects that you can use every year and as a gift, as everyone needs one for their desks. So, hey Sandy, thanks for joining. And it's a desktop calendar. There are lots and lots of different versions of desktop calendars, but I'm going to show you mine today and several other versions of it. I love to give them as gifts and personalize them for everybody. Good morning, Jeanne. Good morning, everyone who's joining. I hope you're having an awesome morning. So let's just pop down and I'll show you how to make the one, and then I'll give you some examples, and then the dimensions are on my blog at KimPlaysWithPaper.com, and I will put the video up as well. So hang tight. Let me pop us down to my workspace this morning. There we go. No fan because it's a little cooler. Alrighty, so I know that you've probably seen these before, but I just love them. I love them because you can personalize them to almost anybody with the variety of Stampin' Up's ink and paper that Stampin' Up offers. Hey Beth, thanks for joining. So this is the desktop calendar when it's flat, and then it's like an easel card. So then you just pop it up. You can put the sticky notepad, the calendar on there. So you just leave it on your desk, and it's really pretty. So I've used, for this particular one, I've used the Countryside in 12 by 12 Designer Series paper. That is available in Stampin' Up's annual catalog. I've used the Petal Park stamp set and coordinating Petal Park punch. That's also available in the annual catalog. And for the calendars, I love to have just something that's really appropriate for a calendar, inspirational. So I picked out Enjoy All the Little Moments. And you'll never guess where that comes from. That comes from the Easter Bunny stamp set, Enjoy All the Little Moments. I thought that was really perfect for a desktop calendar. Good morning, Corey. Thanks so much for joining. And by the way, after the new year, Easter's coming up, the punch and the stamp set's available. So grab that if you haven't, just an aside. I know we're still working on Christmas and New Year's, but so that's the calendar I'm going to make. And then at the very end, I will show you some other samples I've made, and hopefully the people I've made them for as gifts won't be watching, but I won't name names or anything. All right, so let's just put that aside, and I will get my packet out. And the 12 by 12 Designer Series paper has lots of different patterns, so the patterns might not all be the same of the Designer Series paper. And you can, like I said, there's just tons of different Designer Series papers, and just so many choices that sometimes I get hung up on really which one to use. So I have a piece of boho blue cardstock. I've cut the 8.5 by 11 cardstock just in half on the long edge at 4 1/4, and then we score it at 5 1/2, and you want a good burnish with that. And then you score at, I've scored it at 2 3/4. So we need a good burnish on that. So you can see we've already just made the basis here for our easel card. It will just pop up like that. So, hey Lori, thanks for joining. So there's that. So now we'll just get our Designer Series papers and our other layering papers out. We'll start with, so I have Night of Navy, and then my piece of the Countryside in 12 by 12 Designer Series paper. So this is 5 1/4 by 4, and this is 5 by 3 3/4. So let me put those together. That was a brand new Stampin' Seal Plus, and I wasn't sure it was going to roll right away, but it did. It's ready to roll this morning, just like us. All right. I hope that everyone's having a good week, and if you're getting your holiday preparations ready, that everything is going well. Then one of these layers goes on the bottom. I will get the adhesive on here and show you that. Hey, Kay, good morning. Thanks for popping in. And if it's a directional, make sure that the trees, of course, are going in the right direction. That always helps. Then that just forms our base. It's sticky. It doesn't want to... I hope all is well in North Carolina. Did you guys get a bunch of rain? Is it kind of yucky weather in North Carolina? All right. So then we will have another, the same 5 1/4 by 4 Night of Navy with a 5 by 3 3/4 piece of designer series paper of your choice. And you'll see some of the other choices I've used later on in my samples, because it's super fun. Once I get started, I can't stop making them. It's like, oh, I could use this, and I could use that, and I could use this. Alrighty, so that goes here. Hey, Sheila, thanks so much for joining. All right, so let's put this piece on here, and it needs to go right here. The important thing, so I'll just make that like it looks like a card. The important thing is, if you're making these at home, and I hope you are, you don't want any adhesive up here. You want your adhesive down here, because you're going to put this piece here, and then you're going to fold it up like that. So I'm just going to give a little, and I don't want it to go all the way to the edge, because then it will stick out. So you'll just want like a little rectangle in here. And then just as you're putting a card front on, you will place that just like so. And then it pops up like that. So let's work on that piece. I have the boho blue that's 3 1/2 by 3 1/2, and I'll put that on. So you can see how it comes together. And once you have all these measurements, it really goes together quickly. So this is where your sticky notepad goes. I put that right here. And then I have a Post-it note, and I'll put some adhesive on the back of that. And then what's nice about these, the calendars can be reused. And if people run out of their sticky notes, they just put some more sticky notes on there. All right, so then that goes here. So you can see, just so that will go here. Now on the front, we need our calendar, and I have a little piece here that's 3 1/2 by 2 3/4, and that's going to be the placeholder for our calendar. Again, you'll be able to watch the replay. This will also be on YouTube, and some of the basic measuring directions are on my blog at Kim Plays with Paper. So be sure to look at that, or you can shoot me any questions. Everybody, there's a lot of different designs of these, and you can make them all differently. So this is just showing you the one I like to make. Not that it's the only way. Hey, Lucy, thanks for joining. All right, so now we have the basis for our calendar, and we just want to make the decoration, the sentiment. So that's what we're going to be working on. I have a piece of scrap white. I already have my my flowers. The Petal Park, as a reminder, it's in the Stampin' Up's annual catalog, and it's a 2-step stamp, meaning that you'll need to stamp twice to get the image you want. It'll also have a coordinating punch, so you kind of want to look at that before you stamp, to make sure that it'll be easily punched out. So I'm going to start with my base of Night of Navy, and then we'll 2-step stamp that. And I'm using my Glass Matte Studio. That will be available if you are not a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator and you'd like to be, and you want an awesome extra gift. This Glass Matte Studio will be free to anyone new joining Stampin' Up! Beginning January 4th. for $99, you get to choose $125 worth of product. It's shipped free. And then you get the Glass Mat Studio. So I've just been working on it, trying to play with it and love it up. All right. So then the next layer for me is going to be the boho blue. I should move some stuff out of the way because I'm famous for getting ink everywhere. So this is the solid flower image in boho blue. I've made the outline in Night of Navy. So I'm just going to hover over and do my best. For some reason, I'm a little shaky today. There, set that down, give it a good press. This makes a really nice surface for stamping. All right, I do like how that turned out. Also, we'll grab our punch, the coordinating punch. I love the coordinating punches. And just slide that in and line it up. Again, we just kind of do our best, but that looks awesome. Punch it out because they will scatter everywhere. So there's, good morning, Brenda. How are ya? There's our flowers. Now we need our sentiment. So this is a basic white piece, and I use the Countryside Corners dies. So that's in the annual catalog as well, mostly annual catalog products here today. And then, like I talked about at the beginning, the enjoy all the little moments sentiment that comes from the Easter Bunny stamp set. As I kind of went through the catalog page by page looking for what do I think would work really well for the sentiments. Hey, Terry, thanks for popping in. So I'm just going to ink that up, and I want it on the right-hand side here because I'm going to be placing my little flowers on there. There, that's awesome. Okay. So I think we'll go ahead and put the flowers on, and then we'll put the whole unit onto the calendar when we're done. I'm just going to use glue dots to do that. And this kind of turns out differently every time I do it. So, hey, Kathy, thanks for popping in. So my glue dots, going to put a couple of glue dots. Colorado, yes. Awesome. Snow there yet? So we'll put that one here. I'm kind of looking at my other one to see how I'm doing that. Again, it doesn't really matter. It's however you are feeling, whatever your little heart desires. It's your calendar. There we go. All right. So that's simple. Then I'm going to put some Stampin' Dimensionals on the back. And then it will be ready for the calendar. And then I'll be able to show you some of the other samples I've made as well. Actually, I've wrapped up a couple, so I can't show you those, of course. But fun gifts. Everyone's like, oh, I hope I'm getting a calendar this year. So I'm going to just put that right in the middle. And then, of course, I need some bling. I've got Stampin' Up's Iridescent Pearls Basic Jewels. Let's put a large one in the middle of that flower, and then we'll just put the little guys in the middle of that one, and that one. So there we have it. The cute little desktop calendar using Stampin' Up's. It's the Countryside Inn Designer Series paper, along with the Petal Park stamp set. So there's that design. I did start with another color palette when I first started making these a couple of months ago. And this is also from Stampin' Up's annual catalog. I used the inked Botanicals designer series paper. So that's Pool Party and Calypso Coral. I just love that designer series paper. And then I used the Petal Park, but just did different colors. I even heat embossed the outline, and that worked out really, really well. The Oh Happy Day sentiment, I thought that was super cute too. I thought really appropriate for a calendar. That comes from Playing in the Rain in the annual catalog. So super fun calendar there. All right, so here's my dilemma. My sister likes dogs, and so my first inclination was this calendar, using the Trucking Along bundle with the red truck, because she also likes the red truck. Like, who doesn't like the red truck, right? And in one of the paper pumpkin kits, there was this little puppy, so I stamped the puppy and cut him out, gave him a red scarf, and put him in the back of the truck, stamped some trees, because that's the business she's in, and made this little calendar. And that was what I was going to give her, until I found Stampin' Up! Has a brand new stamp set coming out in the January through April 2024 mini catalog, and it's this doggone friendly stamp set. And there's almost every dog imaginable on here. And so she has a Boston Terrier. So I thought, wouldn't that be fun? Would she like that or the truck better? I'm not really sure. Hey, Monica, thanks so much for joining. I did make one for my son's girlfriend. She has, don't tell. She has a Yorkie. So so let me show you, and you tell me which one you think she'd like the best. So this is the front of the calendar. So I stamped the doggone friendly, and I made that the background and the bottom, and then stamped another and die cut out her dog as a feature. Hey, Jen, thanks for joining. So I suppose I could give her one of each of the calendars, so she'd have two. Yeah, everyone's saying the dog one was probably better, and it's so cute because he's front and center. But you could pick out your dog, and you could make, there's a Basset Hound. I'm not really good with all my little dogs. This looks like a little doodle, the Yorkie. Anyway, so that's the other one I made. Could I put the Terrier in the truck? He's might be a little big, but we can try. And you can do anything with rubber stamps, ink and paper, can't you? All right, and the last one I have to share is, I still use the same Designer Series paper. Hey, Janie, thanks for joining. So it's the Countryside Inn Designer Series paper. The same, enjoy all the little moments from the Easter Bunny stamp set. But see this butterfly in the new catalog, January through April, which we can order from beginning January 4th. There are some paper butterflies, sheets of die-cut paper butterflies. And so they come white, and I took the new brayer. There's a new brayer coming out as well, embroidered Night of Navy ink on it. And I thought that was super fun. I do think we need like a gem or something on that butterfly. So I did have one more butterfly one. This was another butterfly, and I just actually used a blending brush to put the ink onto that one. So you can see I've been kind of going crazy in my craft room with these fun little calendars. So many choices, so many papers, and it's so fun to try to think about who would like which one and what you can adjust them to, and all the different themes. So if you have any questions, give me a shout in the comments. I might have missed greeting some people coming in, but thank you so much for watching today, for liking, commenting, sharing. I just so much appreciate it. Look for details at kimplayswithpaper.com. And I will try to be here next week. I have some New Year cards I want to show you. So if you're around and sitting in your jammies, join me next Tuesday at 8:30 Mountain Time. But everyone, have a wonderful holiday. And We will see you next week. Thanks again, everybody. I appreciate all of you for following me and watching me each week. It makes it fun to get on and share. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye.